Rewine with Dana
and PJ. Am I fat? Like,
no.
I feel big in the camera.
Like, it's probably because it's been so long since we've done one of these.
Am I like scooching? Should I?
What you want to do, baby? What you want to do?
You
in there. You in there.
You ain't feel large.
I like that shirt, by the way.
Thanks, Shop the I bought it because they said the proceeds was going to, I think it was like some trans fund or something. It was something where I was like, it was black, it was queer, and I was like, okay.
Well, this read.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, that's smart. That's how you do it. So yeah, that's why I ended up buying that.
I like that. I might have to get me one of those.
They got a lot of cute shit too. They got lighters. They got like shirts that shit like break up with him and shit.
You
like
already
that.
told them what it was. The Read podcast. Is it?
Oh yeah, this is the Read podcast. In case y'all didn't know, you know.
Love them. Even
some people who paved the way, literally.
I haven't listened to them in a minute though.
Oh, I was just listening to that the other. They was talking about shit. No, I have been listening to my podcast now, and I have been watching a lot of TV too. I've been
Okay, speaking of TV, this is basically going to be like a one big episode.
Yeah, we just about to. I'm sorry.
Talking about pop culture, like, because a lot of things have been happening for the last month or so, and that's given us enough material to talk about. Yeah. So I don't know where you want to dive into.
Let's see.
Even though one of the things I want to talk about, well, it is kind of
you
pop
want to just
culture.
start with 5 fingers?
5 fingers?
Yeah.
I got one. I always get one. Not always, but
I feel like I got one.
Okay, I'll just start off because
go ahead.
I feel like I've had 2 incidences recently with straight black men and me having to like question their okay. So for example, I was in an Uber with this guy who brought it upon himself to talk about like these 2 gay guys he picked up one day. And how they were like making out in the backseat of his car, and how he thought it was just so weird.
And he felt the need to talk to you about that.
Mind you, we got on this conversation initially because he was like, "How do you feel about that Will and Jada entanglement thing?" And then
first of all, you shouldn't engage with that shit. I don't engage with certain people on certain topics. That's when that's like somebody asking me. So how do you like something
it was
like
so random.
You know certain stuff like it's certain stuff you know like looking at people you like. I can't have this conversation with you.
Mind you, somehow that conversation spawned into him saying, well, you know what they say about Will. You know, like the rumors about him. And I'm like, oh, what about him, like supposedly liking men? And he's like, yeah. And then that's what kind of like spun this whole other conversation. So in the midst of this conversation, he's like going around and about saying like how he doesn't understand it and blah, blah, blah this. And talking about these gay men he picked up and stuff like that. And you know, he doesn't agree with it or it's not his preference. And then I asked him about lesbians. How do you feel about lesbians? Nothing to say. Because straight black men ain't never got anything to say about lesbians. Everybody loves the lesbians, but y'all have a problem with gay men. And I don't know if y'all think like, and mind you, during the conversation, I didn't reveal myself as a homosexual. I kind of wanted to see what he was going to say. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes it's nice kind of having that privilege of being like invisible. Like, you know, being...
Or like blending almost.
Yeah. You can get people's true thoughts and it just lets you know like where to place them or not to fuck with them or whatever.
That's literally... I was gonna say regards toward like mixed people. I feel like that's sometimes something they don't be seeing. Like what you just said, like you can really like get like, cause you pass and you can get in there and you can really like, you know, hear some shit and discuss. But you know, that's just me. That's just me. You know,
that's what you should be doing, to filter out the people who are just you shouldn't be fucking with.
Mm-hmm.
So in this Uber ride, so I mentioned lesbians and he didn't really have anything to say, but then he said, oh, well with them you can't ever really tell. And I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with anything? Like basically saying with women you can't always tell if they're gay or not. But I'm like,
that's a bald head lie too.
Also,
we know our studsmans.
Oh my god, that reminds me of another story I got to tell you in like professions.
You got a stud story.
I got a stud story. Kinda.
Stud.
So the Uber ride, he was just, and then I started kind of speaking more about like how I see it, that I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and like stuff like that. And that's when I kind of see him like kind of be more reserved with his opinions.
Because he's figuring it out.
He realized, like, I didn't agree with him, and then he was, like, kind of like, well, you know, it's them, though. Like, I don't care. I'm like, but you were just trying to call it disgusting before. And then I had a whole other thing come up with a guy yesterday, and him, like, saying, like, oh, because, I don't know, me and one of my best friends were just talking about, like, gay shit or something, and then he just became intrigued in the conversation and mentioned, like, his cousin's gay and he thinks it's disgusting. And I'm just like, why?
It ain't got shit to do with you.
Right. And then he goes on to
them.
say he thinks, like, two women together is like art. He said two women together
Not art.
is like art. But you think it's so disgusting for two men to be together. And that's when I was just like, and he said, I know it's a double standard. If you know it's a double standard, then why is it still a double standard in your mind? Like, I don't know. Like, if you know it's a double standard, why do you still find it disgusting? Because that means you're aware that it's essentially the same exact thing. And I think that's where the willful ignorance comes in.
Intellectual dishonesty.
Intellectual dishonesty. Because
you know.
And
it's like you know it's wrong, but you just still like, it's gonna be wrong.
And it's so hard to talk to people like that because you go in this circle trying to get them to understand, especially when they say they accept one and not the other. They say they accept gay women but not gay men, and you're just like, but we're all gay. It's if you think one is bad, then the other is just as. It's just like straight men don't benefit from gay men, so that's why they guess in their mind they don't have to accept it. They don't have to tolerate it because it's. I don't know. But yeah, so that was a very long-winded way of me saying I have 5 fingers for straight men who just don't keep that same energy with their beliefs. Like, it's just so dumb to me. And I try to be understanding in that, you know, you guys are brainwashed, just like a lot of us are about a lot of things. And so you're speaking just out of
your ass.
You're speaking out of your ass, and you're just speaking because you just don't understand. You just don't get it. And I know your environment tells you to think that way. But then it's just like, when you hold on to those shitty, like, ideas, when you know, it doesn't really make sense.
That's when you become a shitty person.
That's when I look at you like, and you're not doing me a favor saying you accept lesbians, or you think it's sexy, or it's art. Like, that doesn't make me feel any better. Especially knowing how you feel about gay men. It's not a compliment in any way. So it's just like, it's very irritating. And I posed a question today on my Instagram. Whose job is it to teach straight black men that you to stand with the black LGBTQ plus community? Because we're the ones standing by you. You know? So it's just like,
now,
I don't know.
This wasn't one of my 5 fingers. But I can definitely, like, tie it in and, you know, talk about it. Because it's funny that you mentioned that because I was having a talk with a friend about that too. And especially, like, you know, depending on the environment, you know, the straight black man is growing up in, it's just this notion of, like, you thinking that because I'm gay, I like all dick. Like, and then it's also, like, because, like, my friend was saying, like, you know, she be hanging around, like, a lot of hood niggas, and Lala was like, you know, it's cool or whatever, just don't bring that shit around me. I guess my logic is,
what's gonna happen if it's around you?
No. I guess, like, my logic is, you think I want you? Cause that's what it be. And then I be wanting to check these niggas and be like, there are some bitches out here that don't want your musty dick ass. You think I want you? Nigga, you think my standards are better than some of the bitches you're fucking? I'm letting you know that right on about now. Like, and that's what it boiled down to. I'm like, what the fuck? And I know them niggas that be like, I be like, you don't even know how to wash your ass. Like I be just really thinking, like, you really think somebody wants you? You really think?
It's so many questions I have. Like,
it's just like, what makes you think I'm just like? Cause I'm like, some of you niggas really are bottom of the barrel, and like, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole, like dead ass. Like, that's what it be, and it's just like that. Because I've noticed, like, even with straight women, they never, like, don't bring no other gay bitch. Like, they don't do that. That's just like, I don't know what that is. It's just male ignorance or something. And that's why I was telling my friend, like, I'm getting to the point, like, when it comes to, like, straight males, like, I don't have the need to develop any kind of relationship with them at all.
And it's sad to say, but I feel very similar. Like,
yeah.
there's such a disconnect between me
They're
and
the white
men.
males of the black community. Point blank.
It's like y'all feel like y'all ain't got nothing to change. Y'all ain't gotta accept nobody. And again, I know it's conditioning, and I know maybe you're fighting to hold on to your masculinity for a variety of reasons. You know, I understand. Like, there's a lot of complexities that goes into why you guys
motherfuckers
believe. But you still gotta try to do better. Like, I feel like it's just like no breaking through about like little shit. Tell a motherfucker to wear a mask and he want to fight you over it.
These niggas still thinking that gay people are like what's bringing down the black household. No, bitch. What's bringing down the black households is you making children with bitches you don't even know or even like or care about, and then also trying to make them agree with that shit. That's what's bringing down the black household. Don't that toxic masculinity, that's what's bringing down the household. Mm-hmm. Don't fucking come at me. Motherfucker talking about something. You worried about what the fuck going on in my bed. Like, what the fuck? That's what and that's what it become boiled down to in like the end of the day. Be like, what are you worried about someone else's genitals for? Like, cause like, what are you, even like, I've been getting sick of like the whole, like, I feel like trans people are just getting like, I mean, obviously we see them getting murdered like every damn day, and then like I just feel like that group is getting like that community is just getting antagonized, and it's like, but what? All because you want to know what's like, between their legs?
I'm not a trans person. I don't understand some of the things that go into like that experience, but I don't just be like shitting on it. I don't know. That's the thing that confuses me.
It's literally me.
That's the thing that confuses me. Not understanding something or not having that same sexual preference. Why does that equal to like shitting on it or like making a joke of it or like it doesn't make sense.
Like my thing with animals, I do not like animals. I don't. No, like dead ass, I do not like them. But like, what you? I'm not just about to go up and be like, dumbass dog. I would literally be like, oh, that dog is cute. Do you want to pet him? No. But it's just not for me. You know what? I don't disrespect.
Preference. He's a non-pet owner. That's how he lives.
Now, what would be bad if I had a dog and was just beating the shit out of it? Like some of you motherfuckers did. Okay. It's just one of, I'm sick. I'm sick of, I was just saying, like, telling somebody, I'm sick of, like, with the whole LGBTQ, like, it's not that deep, y'all. It's not that deep. Like, if you don't understand, that's fine, just respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of feeling, like, this is the same energy that black people give him, like, LGBT in our own community is like the same, like, energy white people giving black people as a whole. And that's why I understand how you don't see it.
But they don't see it the same way.
I'm like, how you don't see that? Because I guess they think, like, this is a choice, and it's like, I'm like, well, I always tell people, A, if this was a choice, then you chose to be straight, if you want to put it like that. And B, I'm like, not to say, like, being gay is bad, but, like, being gay, and like, is a journey that has a lot of scrutiny. We can all accept that. Mm-hmm. Who would, like, I'm being dead ass honest, who would low-key want to openly go through that scrutiny?
I mentioned that.
Do you think we like experiencing like bullshit? Like,
I mentioned that to the Uber driver. Like, if it's such a choice, like, why do you think? You know what? I'm off it. I feel like, because honestly,
it's like being a dead horse.
It is, but it's so annoying that it's like, how do you not just complain about people's like stupidity?
It's like beating a dead fucking horse, and I don't have time for it. That's why I'm low key giving up. That's why I like. When I say my circle, like, I don't try to expand no type of way, because I just don't trust people's minds. And I know people be like, oh, it's just a little difference. No, it ain't no little motherfucking difference. No. You saying fuck shit behind my back, you would say it to my face. So how about we just don't, I say I don't know you, and we don't say it at all. You feel me?
Those are facts.
Yeah.
Those are facts. But yeah, so that's my 5 fingers. That's who I want to give a little slap to. Mm-hmm. It's a little...
I'm tired of their asses. I got a couple. One of mine is stop making help white people movies.
White people.
Like, I mean movies like Save the Last Dance and like where they bring the black girl in, the white girl in, she has to learn some type of either a dance or just something like that ain't got nothing to do with her culture, and it's like up to the people in the background. There was this post, it's called the black best friend, and they literally talked about in film.
Saw
you saw that in film how they was
that.
talking about like how black people are used as props, like, and not like those characters don't get further, but their essence is used to aid the white character, i.e., fucking clueless, like point blank period, like, you know what I'm saying? So like.
I just watched that the other day too, and I had that post in my mind. I was like,
I mean, it's evident. Like, I'm trying to think, what was the other one they had?
I think they had.
It was another one. You know who's another one? I feel the boy on Lizzie McGuire, Lanny, the one that never said shit.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was going on?
How come he, out of all his friends, Lanny the black one didn't ever get no lines?
That's some bullshit. So yes, and then
and the funny thing is, Lanny was one of my favorites. He should have did more. They should have gave him more.
And they making some new movie on Netflix where the girl, she got to learn how to dance, and you know they got to teach her. I'm just like, stop making those movies. Y'all, read the room. Read the room. We don't need shit like that right now. Production companies, we don't need shit like that right now. We don't need no white people movies like that. Okay. We do not need that. And to be honest, you know what? I'm realizing too, Save the Last Dance has not aged well.
Oh no.
But you know what?
Did we talk about this?
But did we?
Did we talk about this?
I feel like over the phone, maybe we talked about
all the
this.
little posts where they're like re-examining that choreography at the end.
Oh, I was telling people, and maybe this was me sounding bougie because I went to a private art high school. I was like, after coming to that school and seeing those dancers and watching the movie, I said, "The fuck was that? like, what the fuck was that?" But no, I want a shirt. I was gonna say because I want a T-shirt that said "Chanel was right." Chanel. Remember that was Kerry Washington's name, and because remember that monologue she gave the white girl, she was like, "There are two worlds, we know different." And remember after that, we were supposed to sympathize with the white girl because she was like, "There's only one world, Chanel. And Chanel was like, "There are two, we know different."
I need to rewatch that movie.
Oh, watch it. That
monologue.
monologue she give her, you be like, "Yeah, white bitch." Like you be like,
Kerry Washington.
Chanel. Not Chanel. 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 I like that.
What are the 5 fingers you got?
Who else?
He loves talking shit, y'all.
What did I mean by that? I don't know.
Can't read your own notes.
I must have wrote it quick. I don't know how the 5 fingered is. It's very general. And they know who I'm talking to when I say this.
Say it. Speak it.
I guess, like, white people stop. Like, just stop. 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 That's all I want. I don't know, like, what I mean, and that's all I wrote. Like, just stop. Like, y'all are so just stop. It is just stop. Go to bed. Like, stop. Look around and just like, and I'm not even talking about just with race, just like everything, just like, stop thinking about you and just become aware of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, and I ain't even talking about just white, I'm just like, just cause it's like it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just in my head with this, but like, just seeing them like even now, like in the climate we're in, like, you really think there's not like a pandemic or like racial revolution going on? Like, do you not see, like, it was one of these videos I was watching when they was protesting, and these people just sitting on like the little patio eating and watching and like real confused. And I guess what was irritating me was like, you really acting confused? Like that, I think that's what I mean. Like, stop playing dumb. Like, this is why we can't get nowhere. Just like, stop.
You must have like witnessed something.
No, just like I'm just like it's in the air though. Like the fact that they don't realize that they're public enemy number 1 right now. Like, it's just like, stop. Look around. Read the room. That's literally been my thing. Like, that saying been stuck in my head for like the last month and a half. Read the room. Read the room. Like, just stop. Y'all exhausting me on so many levels. Just stop. Just stop. That's all.
Stop and help.
What? I guess I just meant like.
Stop and help the movement? No,
don't help. Just stop. Like, I just want to like.
He's
like,
over it.
like I'm
He's
like,
over it.
and I know some people know what I'm saying when they just like, y'all just chill, like chill out. You know what I'm saying? But there's that. That was one of my 5 fingers. That was just more of like the literally like, like stop. Like, you ever had a friend like you, not even a friend, but somebody they just be acting and you be like, you getting that look.
You be like, why are you doing too much?
Why are you acting like that? Stop.
I'm that friend sometimes.
I don't know.
I probably am that friend.
I said, I don't know what I meant by that. That's something. But no, I guess that's all my 5 figures that I had. Okay, now you want to go into what we... Oh, that's what I meant to tell you!
No, I got something for our confession segment.
Okay, do you want to do confessions or do you want to do the entertainment? Because I have been watching a lot of TV.
Oh, we can do entertainment. I really only got one thing to talk about.
Now, your confession long, baby?
No.
Okay. You sure?
It's not long. It's not long.
No, I just really wanted to say, I've been trying to watch Schmurder.
What?
Schmurder. How to Get Away with Murder, I call it Schmurder.
Oh, you did text me, and I was thinking about something else, so I didn't even like...
You finished it, right?
Oh, I finished it. Wait, where are you? In the
Bitch,
show?
let me...
Wait, and we're talking about How to Get Away with Murder. And
Schmurder.
Nobody calls it Schmurder.
They call it Schmurder on the read, actually. That's why I call it... Yeah, I'm like Schmurder.
Okay,
but look,
so wait, where did you leave?
The last thing I saw...
Okay.
Was I'm gonna talk about spoilers. If you ain't seen that already, it's on Netflix. I mean, damn. So where I'm at right now, I'm gonna talk to you up to where I'm at. All I gotta say is, motherfucking Asher. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
I don't want to say too much, so I'm trying to figure out like where.
When we found out what the fuck he done did. Oh, no, Dana, I paused and had to pace around the room. Because I was like...
I know.
Oh my God. Because it was so...
So you don't... So
the last thing I saw...
Because I'm trying to like remember it too. And this is the episode where do they like see him walk into the police station or something? Or like...
No. I'm on the episode... Okay, I'm trying to think. Her mama was there. Damn, why can't I remember the last thing I was watching? Her mama was there. We know the FBI person killed Asher.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we know that.
Were you sad when he died?
No. No, on some real shit, Dana, I was pissed because...
He needed to die. If you tricking on us, if you already betrayed us and we came this far, like, I got his point in, like, just wanting everything to talk about stop. You just talking about stop. He wanted everything to stop. It was so many lies, so much running. So I do get that.
No, do you know why I was really... Okay, I was mad because he tricked, but you know why, though? And this is why I love Shonda. I feel like she did that was topical. Like, Shonda's very topical in everything she does. Of course, who would it be? The straight white man to do that. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what?
And remember Michaela...
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and remember
I didn't think about
Michaela
that.
said
that's
that...
real.
Remember when he was giving that little thing and he was like... He was like, she's the one that's been doing this. And Michaela was like, that is just like a straight white man to sit here and think about how hard he's had it. When he was talking about, she broke up my family. Yo, daddy was doing the drugs. Now, what happened was she brought it out in the open. Now, whether or not she would have brought it out in the open, he would have still been doing the drugs. So he's talking about she ruined my... No, you mad because she caught you like how most... No, that's why I was mad.
That really makes me mad too when you think about it.
Because it was like, and that's why Michaela was...
everybody else, you're the one who probably ain't gonna get it the worst, or you're the one with the most access out of everybody else.
And that's why Michaela said, I'm not going to jail. I worked too hard to get to law. Like, and that's why, and Connor was saying that too, like, no, out of everybody, they were gonna get it the worst. They were. And so man, I was like,
I'm so excited to you finish.
And I already hate that character too because I don't have no sympathy for that man baby type man. That man, like that man child, and I've experienced a lot of those, and I just be like, ugh, because they literally privileged.
Yeah.
It's literally privileged.
This is why y'all need to support my boo Viola Davis. Watch How to Get Away with Murder. It's excellent. I love the ending.
Now, I'm not on the end, and now maybe, hopefully I ain't giving nothing away. Now, she said something, I was like,
who?
Viola, Annalise. Cause you know she was with the lady Eve, and then went to therapy for it, and that's where she met Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, had you just would have been like gay and happy, low key, you would, cause she was going to therapy. She was hoping. I feel like she was hoping the therapy would like convince her, like, oh no, girl, you straight. Cause remember that was the thing. She just didn't want to be a lesbian, or like she could, you know, the typical black shit. You know.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, you know,
I too had an identity crisis once.
As I 3, okay? But like I was just thinking like, damn. And then it goes to go back like, you see how much pressure she was put on that. You get what I'm saying? Her sexuality to where it like led to all these chain of events. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just like it's crazy. It's crazy. But I can't wait to see how the show ends. I'm excited for it. I got like, what is it, like 15 episodes or something like that? No, what is it, 14? Something like that? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm on that. But yeah, that's that. What else I've been watching? I've been trying to, well, I know one thing I am going to watch motherfucking next week. Blackest King. Okay, random thing.
What were you talking about?
Well, no, wait. I just got to say something, right? When you get high, okay, and I know when you get high, what are some random songs you sing, and what are some random movies? Cause you know,
damn, that's a good question.
What is that? When I get high, it's that I always bust out this one Alicia Keys song. No, not that one.
No, not that one. Okay.
Shit.
Diary.
Baby. That's
a good song.
That's the only part I randomly yell that part out.
You don't know my name or some shit like that. That's what
that's what that one was. Like, and like, you know how like randomly, or like you in the shower and you just be like ugly singing, but it be so fun though.
I love ugly singing.
I do too.
I love ugly singing.
Especially that's one.
It's entertaining to myself, even if ain't nobody around to laugh at it with me.
I'm trying to think. What's another song I randomly just sing? Do you know what song I randomly bust out in? Do you remember that song Tyra Banks' Head? That song, when I said that comes into my head at least twice a week. Can't pick it over, y'all said it's over.
You really like that song? It ain't even a joke. You really like that song.
That's a good song.
Honestly, I don't think they got it on Apple Music.
It is, no, you cannot stream that nowhere. I don't know if she had
honestly, I can kind of see that banging, like making a resurgence in 2020.
Like you know how them songs be coming back up.
And then you actually start really legitimately liking it. It's a fun song.
If the gays was into it, she would put it back on there. You could find the video though.
Y'all want to start a petition for her to You want the Rewind to start a petition?
Slow, move your body.
We're gonna make a post about this, and we're gonna start a petition if enough people want to bring their song back. You see how them damn girls dancing in the end.
She said, she did.
Had them dancing in them heels looking all types of crazy.
Hey, what was that choreography? That
I just tried to remember it, but I couldn't.
That was it though. It was like a dun dun dun. I was like, what the fuck?
Y'all, I knew if I was on that challenge, would have murdered it.
I remember that was actually a really emotional episode because that girl Sarah went home and they was crying. I don't know why the fuck they was crying.
I remember Tyra crying because she was like, "Who am I to send you home with me? I'm stepping into this new world."
You see how she made that shit about herself?
She really wanted a music career, like wholeheartedly.
She did.
She was crying on the episode, making it sound like it meant so much to her to like be putting out a song.
Now this is the thing. This is what I be talking about.
And she probably do got like a pretty voice.
We saw what it was, girl. Nah, but that's a cute little like. I don't know. Like I do like the part when it gets slow. Your body's calling me. I can hear it speak. Like, I think, you know, I was talking about me and my friend on Twitter. It was a tweet. It was like, what was one moment in sports history that you will never forget? I said when Tyra picked Joanna instead of Mercedes. That was disrespectful. I'm trying to think what else I've been watching. I've been watching Real Housewives of Potomac, girl.
Damn, I don't be watching none of the Real Housewives.
I think you will like Potomac. I think Potomac is good. Potomac is real good. It's not as, and not trying to come at Atlanta. It's not as I don't want to use no disrespectful words because I love Atlanta, but it's just not Atlanta. It's not Atlanta. It's black women, but just like different types of black women.
Okay, you know what I have gotten into on the television is, I just watched the first act of Hamilton.
Oh, I still ain't one.
I hadn't seen it. I knew it was about Alexander Hamilton. Didn't really remember much about him. PJ, you're gonna love it.
I done seen clips of that. I'll get to it.
And honestly, that's how I kind of was. So I was like, I'll watch it one day. But I started watching it. I was bobbing my head and cheesing the whole time because I was just like, I missed theater for like 2 seconds.
Now, you know, when we watch stuff, me and you have different reactions to shit.
It really did make me miss it. I was just like, damn, like...
and there's no telling when that shit coming back.
Yeah.
You know.
It was so good. I was like, y'all, they about to make me start going on theater auditions for the first time in 17
I mean, I like
years.
some of the songs, you know. Like that Skylar Sister song, that's my shit. There's this song. You gotta listen to, he made a mixtape where celebrities were singing the songs from Hamilton. So there's like a song with like Ashanti in it. There's a song that Sia sings. Sia.
That's fun.
But no, I'm gonna get to it. But you know, I probably ain't gonna be like.
Okay, you already heard the music, so you're already kind of like.
Right? Yeah. I know what it's about. Like, you know, I'm gonna get around to it now.
I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot.
Oh my god.
That's the first song that I remember.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Speaking of like just like musicals and shit, bitch. R.I.P. Naya.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was on my list.
No, like that threw me off.
That was on my pop culture list.
Oh shit. We skipped.
No, that's okay. I'll just cross that out because I definitely had to.
That threw me off. I'm also still confused by that, cause like they saying she had just enough strength to get her son on the boat. What was going on?
See, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, was it a tidal wave?
I kind of was thinking like maybe she put her son on the boat, and while he was there, she kind of swimming around the boat and drowned. To me, that make more sense.
I guess I'm
than
just
like what was like I'm kind of confused on like what was happening before that she then got the or maybe they were just swimming around and she got exhausted from the waves and she just wanted to get her son out, and then it was more waves, and then you know what? I don't know. This is above me.
That's what I just really like need to like not need to know, but like would like to know. Like it's just like. I mean, I'm glad he is alive, and you know.
If anything, at least like somebody, you know.
And you know that's the third person from Glee that just passed.
I know, which is also another very like weird thing. Like I would be on that cast like trauma fucking ties. Like that's a lot.
And then you know Leah Michelle a bitch.
Hence alleged racist.
Allegedly. But no, that was sad.
That was very sad.
They was low-key trying to come at Big Sean. But I don't fuck with you, son. But I'm like, y'all, you can't really get mad at him.
And that's the dumb. That's
I'm
the
like,
dumb
y'all,
shit.
Stop making that a. Y'all really just made that about him.
10 years old had to be fighting on some shit like that.
Like,
it's weird. It's very weird.
Cause I remember they showed the clip. You know that show, Lip Sync Battle. And I remember she actually sang the song, and everybody was just like, "Oh wow, that was bold. You going up there singing a song literally about you?" And she was like, "It is what it is." Like, you
honestly,
know what I'm
that's some shit I would do.
Right,
that's some, like, this is how much I don't give a fuck. I actually like the song, so let's maybe I am a bitch sometimes. Maybe the song is absolutely right.
Right.
Maybe I was that person. Shit, fuck it. Let's turn up.
The fuck.
But no, yes, R.I.P. Obviously she was like very talented, and it's so funny because the first time
she was really talented.
And when you think about it, Naya Rivera has been all through our childhood.
Oh, she's been acting.
An episode of Smart Guy.
That baby has resume is through the roof. Like,
I remember seeing her on a B2K music video for That's Why.
She was on the Bernie Mac show.
Baby, that's the reason why I love you. Yeah, so like she's been like, I don't know, it's sad.
Tia was saying like she remember like her and Taj, like, cause you know they used to go on auditions, like they used to always bump into each other.
Apparently they dated too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I guess he like wrote this long like note about her on Instagram saying like you were a lot of firsts for me, and like I always loved you, and like shit like that. And I was like, it's sad.
It's just, I don't know, it's real.
Death is always sad, especially when it's somebody you kind of resonated with for whatever reason.
Especially, because like a lot of people did like some Santana, especially when she was a lesbian too. You know, everybody was like, damn, like, Santana a badass lesbian. I want to be a badass gay person. You know what I'm saying?
And it showed that, it showed like a different feminine representation that a lot of girls like didn't have back then, honestly. At least to me.
Especially like in terms of just like lesbians, like
lesbian cheerleaders, like there are
she was not, I don't think, like something that would have been thought of back then. Like at all. Like, oh no, it was so sad. I be listening to Glee too. Low key, I like some of the Glee versions of songs.
Me too.
Like I really do. Like I ain't even gonna stunt. Let's see.
Speaking of, I know this is probably a weird segue, but since we're kind of on the topic, I definitely want to speak about the Tamar Braxton situation.
Oh yeah, I did hear about Tamar. Yeah.
I definitely like gotta send positive energy to her in whatever situation like she's battling right now. So earlier this week she made like a suicide attempt. From what we've seen on social media, and it seems like a lot of it kind of had to do with her feeling like she didn't have control over her image and over her career in certain aspects, because it sounds like she's kind of in a not the best contract with WeTV or something. Like it seems like a lot of it has to do with her career and feeling like I think she said something about being a slave to like
reality TV probably.
And I think that's so fucked up for us to be in 2020 and for these businesses to still be it sounds like they're still taking advantage of talent, and I think that's so sick and disgusting. And it's just another representation of how I don't know, how rich people just get away with doing so much shitty shit, and we never, and they're not held accountable enough. And they just I think it's just so fucked up for you to already have a lot of money and want to retain that so much that you intentionally
wait, I'm confused. Wait. She's saying she's her contract with WeTV, right? Yeah. So the reality.
Yeah, dealing with her reality show. And granted, I don't know the ins and outs of everything, but a lot of things that like have been speculated or coming up is like feeling like they're not getting paid enough for what they're doing, kind of not being able to, like, not having like creative liberty, or like them kind of like, I guess the way they are portraying her on TV, not kind of having that control over how she's portrayed in like editing.
Well, that's why Jocelyn flipped on Mona and was interviewing and shit, and like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But I was just saying, like,
and let me say allegedly behind a lot of the stuff I'm saying, but it's just what I've been hearing, like, from sources close to her and certain things she wrote on her Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say Tamar's story is literally like, not to be like super harsh or like super grim or nothing, but like her story reminds me of what happens when you try to chase fame and then just like the fame that people are trying. Not to say Tamar was thirsty. That's not what I'm saying. But like, everybody want to be on a reality show. Everybody want to like get put on and do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's what she did. And like, in turn, it wasn't the best thing. And I guess that goes to say, like, when it comes to trying to get in this entertainment industry, stop just trying to get in. Like, if you dip the toe in. Don't just go in first. You know what I'm saying?
Even way beyond her. A lot of like music artists and stuff end up being in bad contracts where they're not seeing a lot of their money or them just not being aware of the stuff they're signing, so they don't understand how it works. And we all gotta be careful when it comes to stuff like that.
And I be trying to tell people, stop just trying to get put on, like, cause when you put that energy out, I feel like you attracting like the scammers and the people who ain't gonna do you right. Cause when they just see you bushy and bright-eyed, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
people will go
they're like, oh, I was literally just watching that on Roxanne. Have you seen that?
No, but I heard about it.
It's good. It's about like, you know, one of the first female MCs, you know, women MCs. There was a point where like she did all these shows, like da, and it was time to go get paid, and then the dude, her promoter, was like, damn, I lost the money. And it was like, what? Oh, I went to the bathroom and then I put my bag down and then when I turned around, it was gone.
Bro.
What?
I would have been so mad.
That's going to jail type stuff to me.
And did she have any contracts?
No. Because that was back then. Because I think it was back then, so they were showing like how it was back then and how they was treating women.
Probably just like,
yeah, because if she was a dude, they wouldn't have did her like that. You know what I'm saying? But I go say it all to say like, yeah, like just like her situation just reminded me like, or like what I'll tell people like, be careful and like, because there are some people who be like, I just want to be famous, and it's like, okay, you can do that, but that will break you down. Especially when people be like, oh no, I just want to do something and be famous. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because then it's like, what do you really want then? Like, it seems like you have no passion.
You want attention or notoriety.
And that's what people start doing any and everything.
Exactly.
Then you really don't give a fuck about yourself.
And not to say that's what Tamar did, but like that industry, what I'm saying is cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why like people be like, would you ever do reality? Yeah. I really could not do that. Like, and even just knowing the person I am, I would be like, baby, I would spaz out. Like, and I don't care what no piece of paper say. You just gonna have to take me to jail and sue me. I'm gonna beat up everybody.
You have to take me to jail and
that's really why Jocelyn, like, and I know people's making fun of her, but like she was saying, like Mona, like the way y'all was editing and stuff like that, like at the end of the day, once you put your name on that paper, it's like you're kind of selling your life away because they controlling it. They controlling what people see. But no, like I really do. I hope she does well. Is she still like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
unconscious?
think she. Yeah. Okay. I believe so. Okay. I believe she's like recovering now.
Okay.
I hadn't really kept up with it. It was just very dark to me because it was just like, especially with her being one of those like people you see on the internet who seems like pretty strong and pretty like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, I seen her vote.
Oh, I just thought about something. Speaking of Tamar, did you hear about the discrepancy at the pay?
I heard a little bit.
Tamara's salary, I think it's 3 million or 30 million. It's a 3 in there. I don't know if it's 3 or 30. Adrian Brown, I think it was like 600,000. I said,
what?
Now, and I get it. Tamara is Tamara. You know, I get it. But now we not Adrian Brown, okay? I said no. I would have been pissed too.
And I'm surprised Tamara the one that left. Let me find out about that. Either y'all bringing my money up or what?
Here's the thing. If Tamara getting 3 million, Adrian should at least get a smooth 900,000. That's me.
But
maybe even a meal.
I mean, there's probably something I'm missing because
I think they go by like your worth or like who you know how they do that shit.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying not to even get too deep into it. But it's still like, I don't know. Then that makes me as bad as it is to say that, almost makes me feel like, okay, what are they paying Lonnie Love? Like,
right? No, yeah, that's the question. And Jeannie Mae, Jeannie.
Even though I will say, I guess out of everybody, no, I can't even really. from my perspective, I kind of see Tamara and Adriana like near the very similar playing field.
That's why I said Emil.
Jenny Mai and Lonnie Love not making as much.
No, if anything, if we ranking Tia.
You mean Tamara?
Yeah. Oh, Tamara, Adrian, Lonnie, then Jeannie. That's me. Because Lonnie's actually a very funny comedian.
She's funny, and I think her presence is very needed on the show.
Yeah.
It's very essential to the show. And Jeannie Mai, if anything, I've seen her host some like random TV, random internet shows.
I don't like.
But I don't feel like she's like that recognized. I don't know. Let me stop acting like I didn't look through something.
I don't know. It's just something
It's
about
my speculation that is very and I hope it ain't no 30 million versus 600,000 because that.
I go to jail.
That's too. That very.
I hope it's $3 million. I mean, $3 grand and $3 million wouldn't be better neither. But I hope it's $3 million. But no, I just.
But maybe Adriana, if this is true, this is all alleged.
Allegedly.
Maybe Adriana was happy with it.
Mm.
Or Adrian. What I call her? Adrian.
Yeah, you called her Adriana.
Yeah.
I was gonna say now, since we doing, bitch, I'm segueing like a motherfucker. Okay, did you hear about Nick Cannon?
Yeah, I heard they gave him the boot.
Yeah, but for saying white people are evil.
Yeah.
And see, no, that's the thing though. When you tell it to black people, they be like,
And the thing is, I'm trying to figure out if I want to go up for Nick or not because I feel like he has said some weird shit about black women in the past that I just can't recall.
I feel like he have too.
So that's why I'm trying to be careful on going up for him.
You know who said something when he got fired?
Who?
Then Banks. She gonna post a story talking about, see, I told you, you dumbass. I told you.
That's what you call one of them motherfuckers who be waiting on your downfall. She's that motherfucker waiting on your downfall so they can talk shit.
But like she low-key just still bitter about her episode of Wild 'N Out. Low-key.
And honestly, if I was bitter, I'd find my opportunity to say
low-key on some real shit. And I know we not like. That's one of those things like, why did you set yourself up for that? You know you should. And that's what I think. That's why I get confused about Azealia Banks. Do you not know what you do? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing to be a bitch and be like, oh my God, someone called me a bitch. But then it's one thing to be like a bitch and be like, okay, and I'm a bitch. Yeah. Like,
you gotta own the. If you're gonna be so bold, you need to still own those like not so good parts of you because you're the one like doing it all the time consistently. So it's like you might as well just take it, own it.
Remember how we just talked about how like certain people you can just look at and tell you can't have certain conversations with? She should have known, like, do I belong on Wild 'N Out after all the shit I be talking? And knowing how them niggas be. Do I need to go? You know who should have asked the question too? Wendy Williams.
She was on Wild 'N Out? No, I don't know.
She was on an episode of Wild. I said, oh, why did y'all do this? Bitch, that man said, who was that? Emmanuel, he walked out. They was on playing that game and she was down there. He said, ma'am. I said, oh my God, no.
Y'all need to leave her alone.
No. I really was like, Wendy, why did you come on Wild 'N Out? Why did you come on Wild 'N Out? Why did you do this? Like, it's certain people like I would not want to see on Wild 'N Out. Like, hate to say this, RuPaul. I wouldn't want RuPaul.
Oh, he wouldn't go on Wild 'N Out.
I wouldn't want RuPaul to go on Wild 'N Out.
But you know his ass wouldn't.
But somebody who would go on Wild 'N Out, T.S. Madison. That's the bitch you want, because she'll give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I would love Kaya to go on Wild 'N Out.
Oh,
that would be so good. Not
what happened?
Hey, no, never mind.
You feeling hard. She said, bitch, I just knew.
Oh my goodness. You talk too much. Hope you never shut up.
She said, you don't want it with me on sour puss.
Oh, she
I'm
is
dead.
too fucking much.
Speaking of T.S. Madison, you should listen to her podcast. I was listening to it. It was great. Question for you.
What else on this list?
How do you feel about, we was having this conversation and I figured out why I feel a way about it. I was like, I feel a way about straight actors playing gay roles. And because I was gonna say, did you see the foolishness with Halle Berry? She did it right though. Halle Berry, they was like, oh, she wanted to play a trans man. a woman who was transitioning to a man.
Maybe she was in a movie where she played.
She wanted to, like she was in the In Talks, like she was talking about it, and she was talking about it all on the internet. She did an interview, and like she was saying why she was so excited, and then a couple days later she posted like, "Hey y'all, so I realized that it wasn't a good idea for me to play this role. I'm gonna turn it down. I didn't realize how offensive and stuff it was." And me and a friend was talking, and she was like, "Oh, I really don't see a big deal." And I'm like, and another friend explained like, "Well, when there's is it a plethora or plethora? Plethora.
I say plethora.
Now, when there's a plethora of straight roles out, and like there's only so many limited gay roles, that's when it becomes an issue. Like, I guess I don't have a, like, if it's just a regular old gay thing, but then I guess when it gets specific, like, I don't want a hetero man playing a trans woman, or I don't want a hetero woman playing a trans man. There are trans men actors and women. You know what I'm saying?
I guess since it's like a gay versus straight thing, I don't mind as much, because I personally would say I see not a lot, but I can't.
I mean, because there are gay actors that play straight.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of why I feel like I don't feel as, you know what I mean about
but when it's shit
when
like,
it's like trans and like stuff
it's
like that,
the same thing with race.
I'm more like
it's like the same thing with race.
Or with race.
Like, you can't just like. It's different, like, to just have like a lawyer who happens to be black, but if you're playing Johnny Cochran, you're not gonna have Jim Carrey. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like common sense, like shit like that. I just wanted to know how, like, cause at first I thought, but sometimes I be feeling like, I don't know, like, you know who does it a lot that bothers me? James Franco. He plays gay consistently.
But isn't he like bi?
No.
I could have sworn he's bi.
He said he's straight. Because I think he was dating Lana Del Rey at one point.
I could have sworn he was like fluid or something.
Well, you know, white men get that opportunity where they get to be a little more fluid with their sexuality. Now, this could go back into my 5 fingers from earlier. Because, you know, all the actors, like, basically, everybody been doing all this shit. Like, I know Jenny Slate is leaving Big Mouth because she was playing the character, the black girl, Veronica.
It's like, now you want to leave. You didn't think it was weird to be voicing a black character. I don't know. It's just like, it's like weird. Like, why would I be playing?
Like, the guy who played Cleveland finally just realized, like, you mean to tell me you just now?
I didn't realize there was a white guy playing that voice.
Girl, that's been a white man that entire time.
Child. And you already done made your money, so now you leaving. You already made like millions or whatever.
And that's one of those. Well, first of all, I got 2 things about stuff like that. That goes back into like that performative shit. Like, honestly, don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're doing it, but like, it's just still like not. It's very performative to me. And then B, it's like, you only doing it now because you see what's. You get what I'm saying?
You're probably trying to prevent.
You trying to cover your ass now, and I don't like that because, like, specifically for the guy that played Cleveland, nigga, you've been playing Cleveland for damn near a decade, I want to say, and now you see.
And I'm pretty sure this. It's hard for me to believe this never came up. That it was weird for you to be playing the voice of a black guy. So, with that in mind, I feel like it's bullshit. Unless you can tell me nobody ever questioned it, therefore you never really thought about it. Or the conversation about the inequality with pay and black actors getting opportunities never came up for you.
You
never crossed your mind.
I know some college student wrote about it. I know they did. But I was just like, y'all getting on my nerve with that. Like,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
What else I got down here? Eve was saying that I was watching her one day and Eve, you know, Eve married to a white man, and she was saying like, yeah, now we're having more difficult conversations. I was gonna say, honestly, people who have white partners, if y'all not having these conversations from jump, what's the point?
That's me. Like, I feel like I
you know what I'm saying?
Take somebody serious if I felt like. Yeah.
Like the fact that she was like, we are now, like.
And aren't they married?
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, you now, because I guess now I'm like, I'm glad this is now waking people up, but I'm like, again, what I've been saying, like, this been going on for a while now. Like, it's just like, first of all, you should have been had these conversations with your white husband. Like, the fuck? Like, I don't know. Maybe that was just me being nitpicky at Eve, but I don't know.
I love you, girl, but I think we all owe it to ourselves to discuss this with our with white partners if we have them to make sure they're gonna go up for us and our family and even people who aren't related to us.
Because I'm not about to give you no ring if you think like niggas need to be shot down. Well, I don't want a man. I was about to say something. I don't want a man no white person. Like, not being disrespectful, like, that's just not what I want for my future. Like,
I mean, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
Yeah, like, I want a black partner, like, from Black Period.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
I was also gonna say, I hear your girl Doja's canceled. Did you hear her response? Did you hear her response? What she said when she was addressed about like the people she was talking to in that like little tiny chat thing?
I feel like I just heard something about it this morning, but it was in passing because I was like getting ready or something. So.
She was saying they love me, I love them, they're loving, and that's it. And you won't find anything on them because you're fucking stupid. You guys are fucking disappointing. This isn't how you combat problems. And if you think it is, then you need to grow the fuck up. And I'm sorry that you suck right now. Yeah, Doge.
That was in response to what people like bringing up the tiny chat stuff.
And like the fact that like you are with these group of white men and they saying like, oh, I don't know. I know people get on the internet and talk like that or what that. It's a world on the internet I know is like that.
Did she
that
respond to like one specific like was it like a thread where she responded underneath?
I don't know. I just found that clip when people was talking about it, and like that's when I was like, I need to do some more research on that. But either way, I'm just like, Doja, like, honestly, this is why.
But if you know you're doing some shady shit toward the black community, I feel like you need to be apologetic and just that, and leave it at that.
Biracial people.
And just leave it at that.
Y'all gotta do better.
Because I can understand shit getting frustrating, but at the end of the day, if you did something that, like, you know was, like, was just wrong or just very distasteful, you just gotta stand in that. People gonna come at you all kinds of ways because you're a public figure. And I'm not saying that is okay, but if they're holding you accountable, you just need to own that you did the thing.
Yeah.
You just need to own that you did the thing and stop speaking on it altogether.
It's also, you're not about to, I just don't, and this is why I get frustrated. You're not about to sit here and call yourself a hip hop artist and supposed to be working with all these black people, but then you literally are in the chat room where they talk like where they talking like just like, I don't know what that is. Like, I know that's weird, computer geeky, another world realm type shit, but like, you just not about to be a hip hop artist and like then support people, like then be in a chat room with people like that and like saying you love them.
I didn't forget what she didn't say.
Well, it's not about what she said. It was like she was just in a chat room with this like weird group of like I'm gonna get all the details. Maybe all right or like just some like strange fucking white people and like. It's just like one of those things like, again, that's why I always say, biracial people, y'all gotta do better. I know like, y'all be in that constant, where do I go? But it's like...
just pick a side and stay there.
Yes, and like, I don't be wanting to say that sometimes.
Or not like pick a side like black versus white, but like pick a stance, like own your truth, and just to be in that 100%.
Because how can you be a hip-hop artist advocating for black women and then let something like that happen? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. And I know y'all love it, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What else did I have on my pop? Oh, this interesting little list I found. Have you heard about this most listened to songs for sex?
No.
So the most listened to artists during sex are...
Wait.
What?
Can I get like 2 shots to guess?
Oh, girl, wait, let's just go there. I'm just going to tell you the list. You know,
I like
guessing
names. Okay, fine.
Fine. Well, you want to do a 10 to 1?
No, I just want to guess like one person, 1 or 2 people.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So, what was listened to for sex? Is this like millennial thing or?
Because I'm saying, because it's a list, Dana.
Okay, fine, say it now.
So number 10 is... Okay, because you know, I be forgetting I don't know how to read Roman numerals sometimes. Party Next Door. I don't listen to his
Weekend
music.
on that bitch. Party Next Door, I don't listen to him either.
9, 2 Feet.
Who?
8, Beyonce. I do turn on Beyonce when I get nasty. I turn on specifically self-titled. When you want to get nasty, turn on self-titled. Especially Haunted and Blow.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
You know what? I don't even think I'd be thinking about Beyonce songs necessarily.
No, Beyonce low-key got some great songs to fuck.
She does.
Let me sing this ass. Oh, you.
Mm-hmm.
6.
I'm ready for Genuine.
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Okay.
5. Jeremiah. 4. Drake. 3. Usher.
My man.
2. Trey Songz.
I knew he was probably gonna be on that.
Oh yes, I knew that.
I know
too.
number 1 better not be.
The
Oh.
The Weeknd. That's what that was.
No, that was about that Jacquees.
Oh, I was like, what was that?
The one be a Weeknd, understandable. He do got like
I
especially some
I
of his
get
older.
it.
Some of his
I ain't gonna
older
lie. What's that one album with that song? Ask me if I do this every day. I said often. I do fuck to that quite often. Most listened to songs for solo sex. Number 12.
Solo sex.
Yeah, I saw this list and I was like, this is crazy. 12. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling my change the game when that digital dropped.
For masturbation?
Yeah, that's what it says. Most listened to songs for solo sex.
Wow.
11, Under the Bridge. Red Hot Chili Peppers, I don't know. 10, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears, I don't know. Number 9, Bitch, Take On Me.
Take me on tonight.
No, Take On Me.
We moving past. I don't believe
Girl,
this. I do not believe
Number
this.
8,
I do not
Earned
believe
It.
this. Okay, that
The
makes
Weeknd. 7, Get You, featuring Kali Uchis.
Oh,
What is that? Sing that.
I thought I'd get you.
Oh, no, I don't like that. 6,
That's
Slow
a good
Dancing
song.
in the Dark by Yoji. I don't know. Number 5, Ask Me How I Do This Every Day. I said often. I do like that remix, that one song with Nicki. She like, remember when I showed up with just panties up in my coat, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Then what's that? I know you can do me done, done. Something of the time that you touch me, and I feel you, and I'm fucked up.
That's real.
I don't know. You know if you know the words to
That
songs.
was a good one. That was a good one. Okay,
I do not know the words to songs.
That's a good one.
Number 4, Call Me Out, Call Out My Name. The Weeknd.
Oh.
Yeah. Did I not sing that right? I don't think I sung that right.
I don't think so either.
3,
It sounded kind of familiar,
right.
but not. So I just played it off and act like I knew what you was talking about.
True. 3, Love Myself by Haley Steinfeld.
I love me, and I don't care what anybody else say. That's not a good masturbation song in my opinion, but okay. It's just like a
Oh! I love me! No. Oh, that's a stupid song. I don't like that.
Just like something
Number
else.
2. Sex with me so amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably masturbated.
I don't masturbate with music because I want to hear the porn. Like I don't. You masturbate with music?
Not often, but yeah, sometimes. It depends on like if you got that real good night where you just like got out the shower, shaved your legs.
Oh, if you having one of them feel myself
you got
moments,
candles.
yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna do this the organic way. No porn tonight, baby.
I feel you.
I didn't even get to tell my confession. Now that I think about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I will.
No, go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead.
No. We're gonna wait till after.
I was gonna say and then we went all out of order too.
We did.
It's just been a while, y'all. We're gonna finish up with.
Cause I got at least 3 more real strong points. We gotta talk about Megan. We gotta talk about. Talk about the entanglement, and we gotta talk a tiny bit about Kanye.
Okay, get to Megan. Let's talk about Megan. That was fucked up.
They done shot my girl Megan Thee Stallion.
And you see Drea about to get her motherfucking shit, her endorsement or whatever.
Oh, she needs all of it snatched away. Cause you thought you were. And like, okay, look, I'm gonna be more. Yeah.
Ho. Drea, you a hoe.
Peach.
You a hoe.
Peach.
Ho.
We need a new word. Not
no,
hoe.
it's disrespectful
Not
because
hoe.
and Megan invited you to hot girl parties and stuff like that. Like, nah, bitch. We're done. We're over it.
Well, I won't say hoe, But
you a punk ass bitch for that.
Yeah, that
you
was
a punk
pretty,
ass
like,
bitch.
Punk bitch move.
That
it wasn't funny.
That wasn't funny.
And I feel like if that happened to one of your little friends, you wouldn't have been joking about it like that.
Right.
One of your little friends, and I don't know, maybe just because.
Did she like when people was joking about? What, she leave her son in the house or some shit like? Remember that joke? Remember it was a running joke about Drea? It was a running gag about Drea, like something about either a Hot Pocket or a Pop-Tart. She left her son or some. It was literally a running joke about Drea just basically being an unfit mother. And so it was like, really, bitch? Really?
You know how it feels for like a little narrative to be flipped and for someone to like kind of just me standing for Megan as a
Did you see her response?
As a fellow black woman, like I think it was very disrespectful of Drea. I don't know who she thinks she is or why she felt. I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird, and I think she's weird. Talking about I want my man to like me so much he shoot me in the foot. Like, I don't know. It was just bad timing, poor taste, poor lots of things. So I don't pay attention to her. So that's all I really gotta say. Like, I don't fuck with it. So if I wasn't fucking with her before, I'm definitely not fucking with her now. So.
Right. So fuck her.
All these people making jokes about Megan Thee Stallion. I think 50 Cent posted something. 50 Cent is just a punk in general. Like, I don't know the man personally.
You would think somebody who's gotten shot so many times.
But to value life and actually like not be so. I don't know. I get he's supposed to be a troll.
I told y'all I do not like that man.
Isn't cute. It's disrespectful to me. And it's immature. I don't know.
And fuck Lil Wayne for letting him. You know, Lil Wayne did some kind of video podcast or whatever.
Talking about their love for exotic women.
Yeah, I'm so tired of that bullshit, man. Y'all pissing.
Some of course we gonna like it. This is shit we never seen.
And no, some real shit like
but
this goes
exotic
back.
Always gotta be like white
This goes
or
back
Latina.
to what we was
Is
talking about
earlier.
This goes exactly back to what we was talking about earlier. Straight black men, y'all make this shit so hard. It's y'all. It is y'all that's tearing us apart. Like, and I know people be like, whoa, no.
And then they choose exotic women like Drea, and guess what? Exotic women like Drea like to laugh and joke about black women like us getting shot in the foot. Cause that's, I don't know. It's just like a little pattern I'm noticing from like y'all little thing y'all like to do between
I'm tired of it.
Y'all a little. I don't even know what to.
I'm tired.
But that's why I don't pay people like this too much attention. I like to call them out when I hear like them saying weird shit. But other than that, like you literally can't give them the attention that they want, cause that's what keeps them thriving and saying dumb shit for attention.
Yeah.
So. But
I
also want to get to the point that they always want to say they like exotic women, but is if black women don't come from other countries too, which is the dumb part. Like, so what they say
they really just don't want black.
It's color. They don't understand it's colorism at its root. Cause black women, there are fucking how many countries in Africa? Do you live in Africa? You live in a whole other country. Therefore, that's exotic. But they don't understand color. Alright, never mind. They won't get it.
Stupid.
They won't get it.
And that's why it's getting to the point I'm not even about to argue with them dumb niggas no more. Like, I ain't got time.
Yeah.
But, now, I don't know much about the entanglement.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch that interview yet. But it seemed like from what I saw and heard.
Oh, yeah, moving on to August Alsina. Sorry, y'all. We all over the place. But moving on to August Alsina and Jada Pinkett's little love
quick.
situation.
I was just gonna say, it seemed like, so entanglement was the word she used to instead try to describe like that they was fucking.
Yeah, I guess you can want to call it a romance.
Also, Jada has such masculine energy.
You think so?
Jada has such fucking. She looked like a straight up nigga up there.
I won't. No.
No, like I'm talking about like her
what
energy.
That's supposed to mean?
Like she looked like that. She like didn't give a fuck. Like
okay.
She had masculine energy. Like she she was acting like how most males would in that situation.
Oh yeah, she did kind of play into like kind of how it sounded like she almost was speaking around. It felt like she was speaking around the truth.
But I feel like Jada's always had masculine energy. From like. You would.
You know what? I really.
You'd be lying if you say Jada don't have masculine energy.
Honestly, that thought has never crossed my mind up until this point. I've never looked at the way she acted acted and like read it as masculine energy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I've always read Jada as masculine.
That's interesting.
Always, like, cause she's just like she's always been the cute, petite, but like, oh, I'm with the shits girl.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I can see that.
Even the role she's played, Lena on Different World, like, you know, I'm educated, but I will bust your ass.
I think I'm just careful with the masculine word because I know a lot of black women kind of get like masculinity placed on them. So that's I'm probably overthinking it. I'm probably overthinking it right now because I know I'm like sometimes a little like.
Well, maybe is that the? I don't know. That's the word.
But I get what you mean. Like you usually see kind of like men in that type of like, I don't know. I get what you mean though.
Right.
Or like her aura, because some people do.
But even minus that, I just always feel like
energy.
she's had masculine energy.
Sorry, I keep scratching. I got this damn
just
like
who would I like? Just like how certain males have a lot of female energy, like feminine energy. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I just always exude. She just like even from Set It Off to like I've always gotten like masculine energy, but like I've still known. She's a woman.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I get what you mean. I think I get what you mean.
I'm trying to think of who would be another example of that, like a woman who has a lot of masculine and Jocelyn Hernandez. She has dead ass. She has masculine energy.
It's so funny because I get what you're saying. It's just funny to me that like it never occurred to me. Like I never thought about it. But I see what you mean.
Very masculine energy.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
They just some little. They got a little exposition though.
Yeah, and I don't mean that as a bad thing either.
It's just you know sometimes when you be like, hey.
But and it looked like Will just was tired, baby.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Jada and Will interview, Red Table Talk or whatever, but I saw like little clips.
Now, I will say, Mr. Alcina, this is very convenient. You have an album coming out. Now, I'm not trying to discredit you, but like,
because obviously it has to be true.
Was this like it's true, obviously, but like, I guess like here's my thing, right. Like, say you could have released this last year before, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when you decide to do it when the album was coming out. That's why I'm just like.
I got two thoughts on that.
Yeah.
So first I want to say, when I first heard about this, and I saw people like coming out with the entanglement jokes and shit, I actually felt kind of bad for August Alsina. Because I'm like, after seeing his interview, I'm like, damn, look at him telling his story, talking about how painful that ending that relationship was for him. And like me being a sensitive person and kind of relating to that. But then I kind of also see the point of him like probably using this as a marketing tool as well. Yeah. So what I think the situation and the pain related to that situation is real, but he just figured why not use it anyway because I have something to promote, so why not use it? I think it is true. I think the pain associated with the experience is true, and I know he said he wanted to speak out about it because he was like, people were looking at him like he was a home wrecker. He was losing out on deals, like people didn't want to do business with him, like, so he said like that's...
Wait. Now this is where I'm confused. So who knew?
Okay, I think it all started because he wrote a song and alluded to Jada.
And when was this?
I think this was like a year or two ago. And that's when like the rumors and speculation about them too. Or apparently pictures and stuff have surfaced anyway, so people already kind of had a thought that they had a thing, but then he came out with a song.
On some real shit though, this is why I do not want to date a singer or like no kind of rapper or nothing. You know?
The drama.
For real, I don't want to date don't sing no shit about me. Cease and desist! My lawyers will handle it! But keep going.
But yeah, so I think he had already came out with the song, so that made like people really think they were fucking around because they actually were. But then he mentioned like people started to think he was a home wrecker, so that's when he wanted to fully come out about it to just explain the situation further, so they knew like it wasn't that, he wasn't just fucking up a happy home. I don't know, y'all. All I gotta say is, just from looking at their situation and trying to take something from it, I'm just not messing with nobody who in a marriage. Unless them divorce papers are signed, I'm not doing it. I don't want no entanglement. I want you to love me, I love you. We ride off into the sunset, happy ever after.
This is the thing.
That's what I want.
Now some like this probably is answered in the interview. Did Jada tell him what was up? That you was just a rebound? Because here's my thing. And I'm playing, if she told him that, now that's what I'm saying, I don't know. If she did, and you still went along,
yeah,
that's on you.
I feel like,
because if I tell you like, hey, I'm separated, this don't mean me and my husband, like whatever, I'm just trying to release, maybe have a little fun. You know what's up? And if you say yeah, and you catch fit.
You know what it sounds like though,
No.
just from hearing both sides? It sounds like, because Will and Jada were saying like, at the time when her and when Jada and August connected, they thought they were completely done. So I think it was that thing of her like thinking they were done, and then him already kind of being close to her, and them both being vulnerable, and they like kind of fell into this thing with each other until she realized like, damn, like yeah, me and Will, we ain't leaving each other. And then that's when it's really entangled, because now you just started this whole thing, and like, so that's why I feel like it was so messy.
That's also why, like, when you divorcing, I ain't never been divorced, obviously. But I feel like, just wait until everything is final.
Yeah, it's very messy.
Yeah,
Like,
even separating.
and being like rich and shit, like, oh, it seems so messy.
But I will say, Mr. Alcina, it does seem a little like...
You think it's like, do you feel like it's...
Now,
like,
you didn't hear about him and your girl, Keek.
Keeks! Oh, I heard him being shady.
Oh, they was going at it.
And he was trying to say he wasn't being shady, but yeah, he was being shady.
She
sounded like she was being a little shady too. She said she wasn't. He tried to say he wasn't being shady, but they both seemed like they were being a little shady to me.
Oh, I forgot why she get dragged into that.
Cause like somebody like posted a picture of her and August Alsina, and they was like, oh, wasn't this
Oh, cause
you?
she was like,
and she was like, nah, that was never my man, and he took
I know
that.
what it was, because now this is why I don't agree with your girl on, because she was like some stuff. Well, I don't know who she was talking about. Maybe I wonder if she was talking to August, which I hope she was. But some people thought she was talking to Will and Jada, because she was like, some stuff don't need to be talked about. Da 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 da. And I'm wondering, like, was she talking? Everybody was like, are you talking about Will and Jada or August? And then, oh no, I think that's where it got messy. Because if she was talking about August, I kind of agree. But if she was talking about Will and Jada, like, girl, like, if she want to go on that red motherfucking table talk about what the fuck going on, she could talk about it. Like, how you gonna get mad 'cause somebody want to heal?
Also
Lauren,
true.
go to sleep.
Also true. That's why, like, I don't want to be famous. Like, I don't mind a little notoriety. I don't mind my name being... I can't even talk. I don't mind my name being known around my city streets. But I don't need the whole world. I don't need the whole country in my business. That is too much.
I don't.
That's too much.
And that sounds so stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the Kanye thing? The last thing?
You know what? Honestly, we don't even need to talk about that.
It ain't even nothing to... fucking goofy.
All I know is I don't particularly feel the urge to cape for Kanye and beg for his healing, and I mean, not to say I want him suffering, but I don't know how to say what I want to say.
He's like non-existent
insensitive.
in PJ's world. I don't know what that Kanye West is.
I just think black women and black people in general already go up for a lot of people that we probably shouldn't, but we still do it because they're black. But some people, I just feel like it's not my fight. Like, it's somebody else's fight to go up for him and save him and protect him and speak out for him on their platform. But some people, I'm just like, I don't know what to do with you.
It amazes me that people are like supporting Kanye or whatever, but then got problems with, and I hate to bring this up, but like Beyonce. Like, she literally is doing the opposite of what Kanye's doing right now. People are just like, she using black people for marketing. I'm like, or...
As if she hasn't been like pro-black always.
And that's why I get so confused. That's what be confused.
Like, she never was not like, she never said anything against the black community, so why wouldn't you go up for somebody like that?
And I was about to say, as long as I've seen Beyonce's black ass, she's in her work, she's been black as fuck.
Yeah, and that's what's the confusing part. Like, if you want to give a pedestal to anybody, even though, you know, I try not to place anyone on, well, except Beyonce, she gets a pedestal. Period. But if you're going to go up for anybody, like, why wouldn't, I don't know, people are just so confusing.
Yeah, it's dumb. Absolutely dumb.
And it's mostly probably because people don't want to realize the truth within themselves, that they favor certain people for stupid reasons, or that they have these weird ideals. I don't think people want to do that mental work, so they just support who they support and make excuses for them and blase.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that shit
and
dumb.
nobody's perfect. You know, I'm sure I support plenty of problematic people. It's a process, but like if they say some shit or do some dumb shit and I want to speak on it, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna like stand beside somebody and kiss around they walk on when they're like doing weird shit and like I don't know. I'm just rambling right now.
No, that makes sense.
But yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say also, have you oh, what was this confession?
Finally, y'all. These are my confessions.
I hope this don't cut off.
Alright, so in this week's confession segment.
How long has it been on?
It's off?
No, it's on.
Okay, it's on. I'm still live. So on this week's confession, I want to tell you a little mini story time about something that happened to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, Diddy, go ahead.
This is going to be like a 5 minute.
Okay.
It's not that long. And I'm gonna.
Because after that one story you had told, I was like, about the love doctor, I was like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, basically, I was out and about yesterday, masked up as usual, and I walked past this what I thought was a...
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just trying to see.
Oh.
Yeah, no, ain't that weird? I was trying to see the timing on it.
No, you're fine. So I walked past what I thought was this masculine-presenting lesbian, long-locked woman with a little bit of more of a muscular stature, which I'm fine with sometimes. I'm like walking past, I kind of glance over like, damn, you know, she got her mask on, but she looked kind of fresh, you know. The fresh locks and a little bit, like a little height and a little chocolate skin will do it to you. So I'm like walking past, like, oh, she kind of cute. So I keep going about my way, like I'm walking like one way and she's heading downstairs. So I'm kind of seeing her at a distance, and I remember she's like kind of looking back at me. So I'm like, I see you see me, you know what I'm saying, and everything. So I'm still like walking, like thinking like, you know, maybe she'll come up behind me and like introduce herself. If not, I'm not pressed, you know. But then I hear like basically her trying to like call to me to like kind of talk, cause you know I was walking away. So then I turn back and I walk up to her, just to realize it's actually a man. So
I figured.
Now I'm here realizing what I thought was a lesbian, masculine presenting woman or a stud. I thought it was a stud, a fine stud, y'all. I thought it was a stud, and it was a man. And nothing wrong with men in general, but obviously me not actively dating men.
Can I ask the question? Because this is how I feel like I know the difference. What was the chest looking like?
The chest, okay, it was. He's a police officer, so he kind of had the like.
Oh.
It was like a thing, like he had the vest on. Okay. So the chest was kind of like buffer, but also they were walking down the stairs, so I kind of see.
Yeah,
huh?
You ever talk to a police officer?
I'm sorry, y'all. Police officer, you can't tell me that uniform isn't sexy. Okay, no. I just mean like the authoritative. No.
Hey, God.
No, I sound so bad. Okay, I'm not saying. Okay, I don't think all police officers are bad. That goes to that one for. I think the police force is not a great thing, and just like the whole justice system is a shitty thing. But I think there's officers on the police force with good intent who signed up.
That's actually a good question, though. Would you be able? I would like to see people be like, would you fuck a police officer now? I'm like, maybe a white woman, because I be feeling like you got some little fantasy going on. You be like choking me or something. I be like, nigga, what?
Period.
But I guess, you know.
So then it's already too late. As I approach, I'm like, fuck, it's not a woman.
How do you turn somebody down? Like, oh, I thought you was a woman.
Exactly. So I'm playing into the conversation. He's like, yeah, you look beautiful. Got the natural hair going. I'm like, thank you. You know.
My butt's on the way.
Thank you. Yeah, and it was too late because I had already intentionally gave extra eye, thinking it was like a woman, so I felt like weird. I don't know. Honestly, I just didn't know what to say at the time. So we ended up exchanging numbers, and today I just realized, like, look, I need to be honest with this man. Like, how do I say it? Like, what do I say?
How do you? I would say, hey, sir, not to be disrespectful, but The only reason I talked to you is because I thought you were a woman. I couldn't tell with the mask.
Essentially.
I was gonna say no. Be like with these masks nowadays. I can't tell.
That's literally what I said.
But like, don't.
Y'all.
But
I'm gonna tell you what I texted him.
Oh, you texted? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was asking. My bad.
No, I wanted to be honest because I'm like, I don't want to prolong this. I said, let me be completely honest with you. When I first saw you from a distance, I thought you were a lesbian. Like a more masculine presenting woman. Then of course when I walked up to you, it was obvious that you are not. I know this sounds so strange to explain, but I don't really date men. I didn't know how to explain this in person at the time. And he said, what the hell? Wow, laughing face, hand over like palm face, shake my head. I figured the whole not responding fast texting thing, but you good though. Well, you take it easy then.
Oh, that
so
was
he was
nice.
like, and I was like, I appreciate you understanding. And that was it.
I'm glad you ain't have to be no bitch or nothing. Because I would have had to fuck him up. Well, not a police officer, I guess, because he would have took me to jail. But...
yeah, so I just thought that was hilarious. And as soon as it happened, I was like, I gotta tell PJ. Because just imagine being in the moment, like, ooh, this little fat, little statty.
And you'd be like, what?
And you're like,
damn.
I was so happy, y'all. I thought I was about to give me a cute, little, tall, little scrum, little...
That's how I feel sometimes. That's how I feel sometimes if I'm watching porn or something, right? And like, I'll look at a video and I'm like, ooh, this ass nice. And I'm like, oh no, that's a girl ass. I want boy butt. Well, not boy butt, but man butt. Oh, wow, that is... At least he was nice about it. I'm glad he was nice about it. I'm really glad.
Yeah, me too. Because some people be real ignorant.
True,
But
true.
I just had to get my little confession, my little story time out.
Did I have anything? No, I had no confessions. I was gonna say we could just move right ahead to the top 5. You wanna do
Okay.
that?
Yeah. You want me to go first? I can go first.
You want? Yeah, go ahead.
You know when you busy and don't stop texting you. Ugh. Damn. Okay, so top 5. I'm gonna start with number 5.
So, for our top 5, we decided to do
yeah.
top 5 UPN shows.
I didn't even
So I know y'all remember that.
All right, we're back, y'all.
Yes, we went over, hey, it's our first time back, fuck you. Okay, go ahead.
We have to get like readjusted and shit. Okay.
Honestly.
So, just to kind of recap, we're doing our top 5 UPN shows from the UPN network that used to be in existence, RIP. So, I'm going first. So, number 5 for me is Everybody Hates Chris.
I did not like that. No.
I'm really surprised.
No, you know what the only
cute
person
and
I
funny.
liked was Tashina Arnold in the show.
Of course.
Yeah, she was the only one.
I used to like this show. I thought it was cute and funny.
It was something about it. I was just like, yeah.
Okay, understandable. Number 4, One-on-One. I used to love that show. It was just a good show and relatable because I was like a young girl watching it, and Kyla Pratt was just like
I was just telling somebody else.
show.
Kyla Pratt was like what do you call that? Like a it girl.
Cause she was like respectful enough, but still kind of a badass and like did a little attitude and she was like very normal. Like
she was Western Penny Proud.
Yeah, she wasn't like goody, but she wasn't like wilding either.
I think ain't she dating somebody
in terms
on
of her characters that she played.
Black Ink Compton?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what she dating somebody on there. Cause I think she was on there. She was on a couple episodes of that. Yeah.
Okay, but that's why I like One-on-One. Number 3. Girlfriends. I love Girlfriends, and I wish I paid more. I wish when it was on air, I was more into it because I used to watch episodes here and there, but I didn't like actively keep up with it.
Up with Girlfriends, child.
And I rewatched the first season. I think I mentioned this on the podcast like a year ago. I started rewatching the first season, and I was like, this shit is really good.
No, Girlfriends be good. Like they jammed. It was great. It was great.
Yep. Number 2 is America's Next Top Model.
I knew that was gonna be on your list.
It was too monumental, and the fact that I watched like as many seasons as I did.
Did you watch all the way to the end?
It's probably maybe 2 seasons I didn't see.
I know, Kim. I'm wondering.
2, 3.
I may restart that. It's on Hulu. I may start that. Okay.
But I watched too much of them episodes, too many of them to not put that down.
I want to see the ones with the guys just to see like how that works. I mean, I know modeling is very unisex, but I guess like I don't know, you know.
And my number one, mo to the, eat to the.
All right, that was on me. Oh my goodness. I knew that was gonna be your number one. I did. I knew it. I knew it. All right, so number 5, I got Eve. Eve had a show. I
watched it.
Eve's show was. I thought it was very funny because then I remember some years later they put it on TV One. It was very, like, you could tell her first season she was very nervous, but as the show went on, she definitely got way warmer. I like seeing people, like, when they do that.
You see that, the growth, I guess?
Yeah. Number 4 was 101. You know, I love 101. I truly did. It was also nice seeing a single dad, you know?
Yeah.
We never really got to see the single dad.
A black single dad holding it down, yeah.
Number 3, Veronica Mars. I had to put this. I love that show. That show was so good. And you know, they re-brought it back on Hulu. It was so good. I love Kristen Bell. She is.
I need to get into it.
I think you would really like that, actually.
The only thing of Veronica Mars, strangely enough, never watched the show, but I saw the movie on like just a regular like cable movie channel, and it was so good. I was like, I need to watch the show, but I still.
Yeah, I think you would really like that. Number 2, girlfriends. You know, I love me some girlfriends. Now, did you see that interview where they talked about why they did an interview and Julie Marie Jones talking about why she left?
It's very vague in my memory, but I do remember them talking about some of the like the struggles they had, kind of like.
I think she was just saying like she was ready to do new stuff and like become like. Because at the end of the day, UPN, even though it was popular, it was low-key still like urban. So like people didn't really know it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I get what she was trying to. She was trying to make, you know, like the jump into, you know, you gotta try to dip your toe in white Hollywood a little bit. But overall, still a great show. I'm a bad on DVD on Amazon.
I want to too.
And then number 1, a show that I love and own, The Motherfucking Parkers. Oh my God, I love that. I'm finna go home and watch that. I literally be watching that like I ain't never seen it before.
It is that funny. It is funny.
And you know, I have some friend, my friend Bianca, one of my friends, they was like, that show is not funny. I'm like, now even on Twitter they was talking about how problematic it was. I do agree that they had its problematic issues because I didn't like how this big woman had to keep chasing this man even though he was constantly talking about her weight and disrespecting her, and also how like even though to the very last end until he couldn't have her is when he wanted her. I low-key didn't want her to marry the professor.
She ended up marrying him?
Yeah, she did. I low-key did not want her to marry the professor because I was like, no. So
left his ass in the dust.
I really wanted her to, but like, you know, I guess they want to have like a happy end or whatever, but
it would have been happy. He would have been sad. But,
right. I think that would have been so much better, but. But yeah, that's my top 5.
Okay, cute. I should have known Parkers was gonna be number 1.
Hell yeah, I knew that was gonna be number 1. But thanks for tuning in. It was a little choppy, y'all. Look, we're gonna get it together. It's been a minute. We trying to figure out shit. COVID going on.
Coronavirus got us with a different setup than before. Y'all know.
Like, what the fuck?
We gonna make it work.
Whatever. We'll talk to y'all later. Follow us on social medias.